You are listening to Cool FM, live from Cool Studios. This is koolNews Primetime.
From the headquarters of Cool FM, it's koolNews Prime Time. It's 9:01 in the evening. It's November 8th. It's Friday. And I'm Dream Kakaroke, and thank you for joining us. Here's the news. Topping our news tonight. A big step. Romualdez hails Marcos EO on Pogo ban. House Speaker Martin Romualdez has praised the decisive action of President Marcos with his issuance of an executive order mandating an immediate ban on Pogos, which is Philippine offshore gaming operators, and all other offshore gaming activities. Romualdez says the President Executive Order number 74 aligns with the ongoing efforts of the House of Representatives in tackling the evils associated with Pogos. And according here in the statement by Romualdez, the House of Representatives stands with President Marcos in his push to end the evils and illegal activities tied to offshore gaming, which have put our public safety, national security, and economy at risk. This ban is a big step in protecting our communities and bringing order back, added the leader of the 300 plus strong House. The executive order signed number 74 was signed on November 5 and follows findings of the Department of Finance and the Anti-Money Laundering Council, or the AMLC, linking Pogos to rising crime, social problems, and economic harm. And he says that the findings show how important it is to fully address the dangers that illegal offshore gaming can bring to the country. The House has been proactive on his issue with the Quadcom, a joint panel involving the committees on dangerous drugs, public order and safety, human rights, and public accounts, leading a comprehensive probe into the widespread criminal activities associated with Pogos, which flourished during the time of former President Rodrigo Duterte. The investigation has revealed extensive connections between Pogos and various criminal syndicates, including those involved in money laundering, drug trafficking, and unlawful land acquisitions by foreign nationals. Added here by Romualdez, our work to the Quadcom has shown that Pogos present serious and far-reaching risk to our nation. The House is not only supporting the executive order but also advancing legislative solutions to strengthen enforcement efforts and protect our communities. Our commitment to upholding the rule of law and ensuring national security is unwavering. Two legislative measures have been filed as a result of the Quadcom's probe on Pogos, which is the House Bill number 10987, which aims to formalize a Pogo ban due to its links to crime and national security risks, and HB number 11043, which empowers the government to seize a real estate unlawfully acquired by foreign nationals, particularly those connected to illegal Pogos. Also in the news, DMW says 248 OFWs coming home from war-torn Lebanon soon. The Department of Migrant Workers said that 248 overseas Filipino workers, or OFWs, will be repatriated amid increasing hostilities in Lebanon. Secretary Hans Ryuk Kakdak said most of them are just awaiting clearance from the Lebanese immigration before they are allowed to travel. And according here to Kakdak, I assure that President Marcos that all of OFWs who have voluntarily asked to be repatriated are properly assisted to sheltering and safe repatriation. The President gave instructions to continue to help and protect OFWs in Lebanon and ensure reintegration to employment and the availability of alternative job markets for OFWs who are repatriated as a result of the ongoing Middle East crisis. A total of 290 overseas Filipinos from Lebanon returned home last October 26 via the Philippine government chartered flight. Since October 2023, there are 935 OFWs and 47 dependents from Lebanon who repatriated to the joint efforts of the DMW, Overseas Workers Welfare Administration, and the EFA. Excuse me. The EFW recorded the biggest number of repatriates last October 26, with 233 OFWs and 13 dependents returning in the country via the government arranged chartered flight. On the other hand, 972 OFWs with 28 dependents on Israel were safely repatriated by the government, of which 84 of them were repatriated last October 30. Added by Kakdak, we are hoping and praying that the situation will improve and peace will prevail in that part of the world. Lebanon and Israel are engaged in a conflict as a result of the spillover of the war between Israel and Palestinian militant group Hamas, affecting thousands of OFWs in the Middle East. Also in the news tonight, Hungary's Orban predicts Trump's administration will end support for Ukraine. A new, a new U.S. administration under Donald Trump will cease providing support to Ukraine in its fight against Russia's full-scale invasion. According here to Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban, said ahead of a European Union summit on Friday, signaling that Trump's recent election could drive a wedge among European leaders on the question of the war. Orban is hosting the second of 2 days of summits Friday in the Hungarian capital, Budapest, on the heels of Trump's election victory. The war in Ukraine will be high on the agenda for the gathering of the EU's 27 leaders, most of whom believe continuing to supply Ukraine with weapons and financial assistance are key elements for the continent's security. The nationalist Hungarian leader has long sought to undermine EU support for Kyiv and routinely blocked, delayed, or watered down the bloc's efforts to provide weapons and funding and to sanction Moscow for its invasion. He has sought to use the summits to make his case to other leaders that should rethink their commitments to Ukraine. In comments to state radio ahead of Friday's summit, Orban, who is close to both Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin, reiterated his long-held position that an immediate ceasefire should be declared and suggested that Ukraine has already lost its fight. And according here to Orban, if Donald Trump had won in 2020 in the United States, these two nightmarish years wouldn't have happened. There wouldn't have been a war. The situation on the front is obvious. There's been a military defeat. The Americans are going to pull out of this war. At a gathering on Thursday of European leaders in Budapest, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky objected to Trump's claim that Russia's war with Ukraine could be ended in a day, something he and his European backers fear would mean peace on terms favorable to Putin and involving the surrender of territory. If it's going to be very fast, it will be a loss for Ukraine. That's coming from Ukrainian President Zelensky. European Council President Charles Michael said that the EU must strengthen and support the war-ravaged country, because if we do not support Ukraine, this is the wrong signal that we send to Putin, but also to some other authoritarian regimes across the world. And of course, Orban has cast himself as the exemplar of some in the EU who are skeptical in providing indefinite support to Ukraine, especially in light of uncertainty over whether U.S. assistance could evaporate under Trump. And according here, this is a new situation. If this is what's going on across the pond, then this is going to affect us Europeans too. Europe cannot finance this war alone. Mga kalamaw, oras natin is now 9:11 in the evening. There's more news and updates coming right up after this break at koolNews Primetime. It is now 9:11. We'll be right back.
This program was brought to you by TLX Karaoke, ang tunay na karaoke ng bayan. TVH, the home of entertainment. Tutok na sa TVH. Available in high definition via Delsat TV. Bisitahin ang youtube.com/@TVH Network PH para sa inyong paboritong mga highlights at live shows. And Pride Powder Detergent. All you need is Pride. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified world-class quality.
ACS.
You're listening to Cool FM.
#1 sa Mega Manila.
Nationwide pa!
Fuji Denso believes that appliances are long-term investments, so it is very important to choose wisely. And what could be a wiser choice than using reliable, durable, and energy-saving appliances from Fuji Denso? Just like families and companies trusting Fuji Denso, you will see the difference when you upgrade your usual appliances to Fuji Denso HD inverter appliances. Fuji Denso, quality above all. Upgrade your home, upgrade your business with Fuji Denso, quality above all.
Spice ganda!
And my for Max Saver Sulit Busog Meals.
Huwag nang gumastos ng sobra-sobra pa.
99 pesos na lang, sulit busog ka na.
Ang mabusugera.
Extra rice sa iraramba. Extra busog sa crispy chicken fillet meal at crispy chicken fillet ala king meal na may extra rice na. 99 pesos lang in all stores.
Max Saver Sulit Busog Meals, 99 pesos na lang. Ang mabusugera.
Mas matindi na ang init at ulan ngayon. Kaya dapat Elastosil na with Solasomer 3X formula. UV resistant, puno na flexible premium polymers. Matibay, 3 times sa tumatagal.
Versus competing brand.
Tag-init o tag-ulan, Elastosil mo yan. Pioneer, do it right.
Hello?
Hello, Tay. Kumusta na po kayo?
Ito, okay lang kami, anak.
Namimiss ko na kayo eh.
Kami nga rin, anak. Namimiss ka na namin ng nanay mo.
Alagaan ninyo ang inyong mga sarili, ha?
Oo naman. Haba, kami pa. Eto nga, ako ngayon nagkakarpintero eh.
Ha? Pati ba naman yan? Ginagawa nyo pa?
Wala ito, anak. Nagpapapawis lang naman eh.
Tay,
Mm.
gusto ko pagdating ko dyan, masaya tayong lahat.
Abay, oo
Oo
naman.
nga pala, huwag niyong kalilimutan. Dapat araw-araw kayong mag-vitamin C, ha? Yung Mark C.
Oo naman, anak. Oo, yung Mark C.
Sige po, Tay. Bye-bye. Mag-Mark C, ha?
Okay, anak. Ingat ka dyan. Maraming salamat. Bye! Mag-Mark C araw-araw para always kang healthy. Ang Mark C ay mabibili na sa inyong mga suking tindahan, botika at drugstores dito sa inyong lugar. Ascorbic acid plus zinc is the generic name of Mark C.
Mga kumares! Dimples Romana po! In-mega mackerel na! Malinam na! Mega mackerel! Malaman pa! Mega mackerel! Maraming ways para iulam araw-araw! In-mega mackerel na! Gusto ko sinigang! Mega mackerel! Sarsyado o adobo! Mega mackerel! Maraming ways para iulam araw-araw! In-mega mackerel na! In-mega mackerel na!
Yay! Konti na lang! Tapos na tong school project ko! Today pala deadline nito!
Lagot!
Bakit nga ba ako pumasok dito sa kusina?
Ano nga ba kukunin ko?
Naku po!
Incorrect password? Ano nga ba yung password ko?
Ano nga ba? Memo Plus Gold with Bacopa Monnieri Extract. Iba ang Brainy Good.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Memo Plus Gold ay hindi gamot at hindi maaaring gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Hindi birong maging isang ina. Dapat hands-on ka sa maraming bagay, lalo na sa mga iniinom na gamot. Dapat ready ka. Kaya kapag may sakit sa pamilya ko, gaya ng sakit ng ulo, sakit sa katawan na may kasamang lagnat, dulot ng sipon, allergic rhinitis o sinusitis, Simdex D ang ipinapainom ko. Gamot laban sa sintomas ng trangkaso. Simdex D is available in Mercury Drug Stores and other drug stores near you. Phenylpropanolamine hydrochloride malate paracetamol is the generic name of Simdex D. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Also available Simdex D Syrup for kids and Simdex D Forte for adults.
Hey you. Yeah, you. I know what you're thinking. You're craving something more. Something beyond the ordinary. Something wild. You want to explore. You want to connect. You want to feel truly alive. And you know what? You deserve it. So awaken that side of you. The side that longs for adventure. For the thrill of the unknown. Go ahead. Embrace the moment. Premier condoms. Wild because you can.
Get supercharged with DLDT Home Fiber Unli All. Unli mobile calls. Double the speed Unli Fiber versus previous plan. And Unli Signal. Get all these for just $1399. Visit any DLDT Home booth to apply. Get supercharged with DLDT Home Fiber Unli All. Unli mobile calls. Double the speed Unli Fiber versus previous plan. And Unli Signal. Get all these for just $1399. Visit any DLDT Home booth to apply.
Barbie Forteza po. And I believe ang taong sa pera ay wais, ang skin pwede pa rin kuminis. And thank you, Silka Papaya Lotion. Dahil 750 pesos SRP lang, giving na ang papaya enzymes niya. Affordable skincare, di ba? Kaya kung bet mo ay kutis na lit, sa Silka Papaya Lotion kumapit. With regular use, slay it with the skin na giving. Stay lit with Silka. With regular use for only 750 pesos SRP.
Ang Chicken Joy yes na. Ang pinakamasarap, bigger na. Best tasting na, our biggest pa. Ito ang Chicken Joy, yes. Best tasting na, our biggest pa. Ito ang Chicken Joy, yes.
Starts at 82 pesos pa rin. Price varies. Bigger claim is versus previous size. Best tasting claim is based on quantitative brand and product imagery study conducted by SCMI last November 2023.
May bagong energy na! All new Best Ever Enervon C Plus. Powered with zinc, vitamin C, vitamins B1, 2, 3, 6, and 12, at vitamin E. All new Best Ever Enervon.
Hey! Enervon Z Plus.
Multivitamins plus zinc is the generic name of Enervon Z Plus. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Si Vic Soto po ito. Alam nyo ba, kahit saan ako magpunta sa mundo, ang tanging tinatanggap na premium quality elastomeric paint ay yung gawa sa 100% acrylic. Hindi namumulbos, di basta kumukupas ang kulay, pangmatagalan. Para sa akin, yan ang gold standard. Kaya sa pagbili ng elastomeric paint, siguraduhin yung may tatak 100% acrylic. Hanapin ang Davis Sun and Rain 100% acrylic elastomeric paint. Basta pintura, hanapin ang Tatak Davis.
Coco Martin po, certified Argentina corned beef lover. Kasi naman, ang hibla, malaman. Made with 100% real beef pa. At masarap talaga. Hinahanap-hanap kita. Sarap ng Argentina. Sa presyong abot kaya, promise. Busog ang araw-araw ko. As part of 3 complete meals.
You're listening to Cool FM.
#1 sa Mega Manila.
Nationwide pa!
It's 990. Continuing koolNews. E-bike driver shot dead in Silay City, which is a 54-year-old electric e-bike driver was gunned down in Barangay Ginhalaran, Silay City, Negros Occidental on Wednesday. It was identified Domingo Superficial. Police Lieutenant Colonel Mark Anthony Daroca, Silay Police Chief, said the victim was sitting on his e-bike when 2 unidentified persons on a motorcycle arrived and shot him in the head and was declared dead. Recovered from the crime scene were 45 caliber cartridges, and they have obtained a copy of CCTV footage and persons of interest. Daroca said that the victim was a former manager in a taxi firm. Also in the news here, we recap for you our news article on koolNews at noon. Putin hails courageous Trump after election win. Vladimir Putin has congratulated Donald Trump on his election victory, calling him a courageous man. Speaking at an event in the Russian city of Sochi, the Russian president said that Trump was hounded from all sides during his first term in the White House. Putin also said that Trump's claim that he can help end the war in Ukraine deserves attention at least. During his campaign, Donald Trump repeatedly said that he could end the war in a day, but was never elaborated on how that could happen. During Putin's address, which lasted several hours and covered a wide range of topics, He also spoke of the assassination attempt on Donald Trump in July, saying it made an impression on him. After being shot, Trump punched his fist into the air and muttered the words, "Fight, fight, fight," before being hauled away by Secret Service agents. According here to Putin, he behaved, in my opinion, in a very correct way, courageously like a man. Asked if he was ready to have discussions with Donald Trump, Putin replied that we are ready. Trump had already said on Thursday that he was prepared to speak with Putin, telling NBC News that "I think we'll speak." The Kremlin was widely accused of interfering of the 2016 presidential election to boost Donald Trump's campaign against Hillary Clinton, claims rejected by Moscow. The U.S. Special Counsel Robert Mueller investigated allegations of a collusion between Trump's campaign and Russia in 2016, but cited a report 3 years later that had found no evidence of conspiracy. Elsewhere on Thursday, leaders gathering for the European political community in Budapest discussed Trump's return to the White House. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said he had a very warm and productive conversation with the president-elect. But we have to do everything to ensure that the results of our interaction between Ukraine and America, the whole Europe and America, and are productive and positive. Many in Ukraine and Europe are worried that Trump might slow, if not halt, the flow of American military aid to Kiev upon taking power in January. UK Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer assured Zelensky at the summit that the UK support for Ukraine in its war with Russia remains ironclad. Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban, who previously said that he celebrated Trump's win by tapping into the vodka supply happily. According here to Orban, there was an agreement that Europe should assume greater responsibility for its own peace and security in the future. To put it more bluntly, we cannot expect Americans to be the only ones to take care of us. And now, there's more. Latest here from the Middle East, of course, Israeli Defense Minister officially steps down. Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant officially stepped down Friday in a ceremony that replaced him with Israel Katz, the former foreign minister after Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, which is fired Gallant earlier this week. Israel has been rocked by Gallant's dismissal, which the news setting of mass protests across the country. Many in Israel view Gallant as the sole moderate voice in the far-right government and see his removal as sign that the far-right government on Benjamin Netanyahu has lost interest in returning hostages still held in Gaza. His replacement, Israel Katz, currently serves as a foreign minister and is a longtime Netanyahu loyalist and veteran cabinet minister. The United Nations Humanitarian Office says Israel's month-long offensive in northern Gaza is preventing the estimated 75,000 to 95,000 Palestinians in the north from receiving essential items for their survival. On Thursday, the Israeli military says it will allow 300 truckloads of humanitarian and aid supplied by the United Arab Emirates to enter the Gaza Strip in the coming days. That is less than the 250 trucks per day that the United States said that it wants to see enter the war-ravaged territory. Meanwhile, Aztec Gallian and said the war's objectives were to stop Iranian aggression and deny its capabilities, continue dismantling Hamas as a governing and military force, and defeat Hezbollah. He added that returning the hostages was a top moral priority. We were friends and we will remain friends because we believe in the same things, that we will secure Israel's security and future, the Jewish state. I promise that the entire state of Israel will emerge from this war and from the pain to much higher places. Meanwhile, in Ankara, in Turkey, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan says that he hopes U.S. President-elect Donald Trump will fulfill promises to end the conflict in the Middle East and to tell Israel to stop its aggression. Speaking to a group of journalists on a return flight from Hungary, Erdogan said that the cutting of U.S. arms support to Israel would be a good start toward the ending of conflict in Lebanon and the Palestinian territories. Turkey has become one of Israel's most vocal critics, accusing the country of committing genocide in Gaza and strongly criticizing Western nations for backing Israel. Also, our entertainment news for tonight. Police clear Korean-American singer Jessie in fan assault incident in Gangnam. The police cleared Korean-American singer Jessie of charges after she was embroiled in a controversy when a fan who approached and asked to take a photo with her was punched and assaulted by one of her companions in Gangnam, Seoul. The Gangnam police investigated the incident and summoned Jessie for questioning on October 16. On November 7, after the investigation, the police announced that they have decided not to prosecute Jessie after they found out that there is no circumstance that Jessie participated in the assault and threatened, and it cannot be seen that she helped the criminal escape. She was earlier accused of harboring and helping the escape of a criminal, which here, according here to the Korea's Criminal Act, Article 151, a person who harbors one who has committed a crime punishable by fine or more severe punishment, or who causes such person to escape, shall be punished by imprisonment for not more than 3 years or by a fine exceeding 5 million won. The man who hit the fan in the face and assaulted him left South Korea 3 days after the incident without being questioned by the police. The Korean police issued a wanted notice for the perpetrator and asked the International Crime Police Organization for assistance. On the other hand, the police sent the case for assault against producer Koala, who was seen in the CCTV footage as part of Jessie's group, to the Seoul Central District Prosecutor's Office. She refused and Koala stopped him. A man emerged and punched the fan in the face without warning and continued to assault him. And according here to Jessie, with the apologies, and stated here, I sincerely apologize to the victim and his family for the harm caused by this incident. I acknowledge that my actions, attitudes, and inaction for the time of the incident until now have led to significant pain and betrayal for the victim and others. I regret it thousands and tens of thousands of times. I wish I could go back to that moment. If I had taken a picture, protect the victim more actively, consulted the police, or apologized properly, this victim wouldn't have suffered this much. This is all my fault. That's coming from Jessie from an Instagram post. But before we're going to leave for tonight's edition of koolNews Primetime, here's our final quote tonight from Voltaire. The more often a stupidity is repeated, the more it gets the appearance of wisdom. That's our final quote tonight from Voltaire. And that is it for koolNews Primetime. Thank you very much for your unwavering trust and support. And for more news and updates, tune in to Cool FM and News Radio 93.1. And you can also send us a tip at tvh.news at tvh.philippines.news@gmail.com. Join us again tomorrow at Saturday, of course, with Hello Pilipinas with Asmir. From the headquarters of Cool FM and Trip Karaoke, and you've been listening to Cool FM, the station that is for you. Have a good evening, stay safe, and take care. Good night, mabuhay. It's now 9:21. Stand by for Asmir's Primetime.
This is home. This is the